Every founder I work with says pretty much the same thing in our first conversation. I don't know what to post on LinkedIn. I don't want to be that person. You know, the one with the sort of motivational quotes and the laptop photos and the here's what making a cup of tea taught me about B2B sales. And I always tell them the same thing. That hesitation, that instinct that something doesn't feel right, that isn't holding you back. It's actually the only advantage you've really got. Here's what happened. LinkedIn has spent the last 5, 6 years telling founders that to be visible, you need to perform. You need a content calendar, a personal branding strategy, a hook, 3 balance points, a question at the end that nobody actually asks. Does that sound familiar to you? It does to me. And so what happened is, and I see this constantly, you've got founders with 10, 20, 30 years of experience who in every room they walk into generally know what they're talking about. And they sit down to write a LinkedIn post and suddenly they sound like a chatbot with a marketing degree. It's mad, but it isn't really their fault. The problem isn't that you're bad at LinkedIn. The problem is that LinkedIn has trained you and brainwashed you to be a bit boring. It's trained you to strip out everything that actually makes you credible, those specific stories, the real opinions, the way you actually talk. And it's replaced it with this kind of generic, bland corporate leadership content. And generic leadership content makes you invisible, scrollable, not because it's offensive, not because it's nothing really. It doesn't really sound like anyone. It's so generic. And here's the thing that I don't think enough people actually are talking about right now. Your clients, your potential hires, the people you want to work with, they don't go on LinkedIn looking for information. There's information everywhere. It's endless. What they're looking for is context. They're trying to work out, would I want to spend time with this person? Would I want this person in my business? Can I actually trust them? So the first thing you need to do, and this sounds stupidly simple, I do know that, but almost nobody does it, is stop treating LinkedIn like a stage. Because right now, most founders approach LinkedIn like they're giving a corporate presentation. They're stood at the front of the room, they've prepared their slides, they're presenting their expertise, and everyone else is the audience. They're talking at people. The people who are actually winning on LinkedIn right now are the people who are getting inbound leads and speaking invitations and the kind of opportunities that don't really get advertised. They're not presenting, they're having a conversation. It's a two-way street. It's a difference between giving a keynote and being the most interesting person at the table in the pub. The same person, the same expertise, but a completely different energy. And I do know that sounds a bit soft, a bit wet, but I've seen this with my own clients. A founder I work with, he spent years posting polished thought leadership and got basically nothing, bugger all. 2 months of just talking about what he actually thought, opinions, the stuff he'd say to a mate over a coffee, the opinions he'd share in a client meeting. Share that, and now he's getting calls from people who've read his stuff, read his posts, and already decided they want to work with him before they've even picked up the phone. That is the difference. The second thing, and this is the one that usually makes people a bit uncomfortable, your best content is already written. It's in your sent emails. It's in your WhatsApp messages to other founders. It's in the conversations you're actually having with your clients, with your prospect, before anyone's paying you. It's in the rants you go on when someone asks about your industry at a dinner party and you forget to be professional for 20 minutes or so. You just start being natural. You start sharing what you really know. And the reason that stuff works on LinkedIn and the reason the polished stuff really doesn't is that when you're talking to someone directly, you don't try and sound clever. You just try to be helpful, interesting, honest, or funny. You might use specific examples. You reference real things that have happened. You say what you actually think, not what sounds good and not what's corporate. And here's the thing. The algorithm doesn't care about any of this stuff. All the algorithm cares about is one thing. Do people stop scrolling when they see your stuff? And it turns out that a real opinion from a real person who's actually been through something, that is what stops the scroll more than a list of 5 things you read in a book and just paraphrase or ask ChatGPT to paraphrase for you. So the practical bit, next time you send an email to a client that explains something clearly, or the next time you're on a call and you find yourself saying, look, here's the important part of this subject. Here's what really matters. capture that, voice note it, type it into a note on your phone. That is your content. It's already been tested because you already said it to a real person and it resonated with that person. The third thing, and this is where most founders get it backwards, you don't need to post 5, 6, 7 times a week. You don't need to be on every platform. You don't need a content calendar that looks like it's a military operation. One honest post a week, 2 a week, whatever's comfortable. That will get you further than 5 posts that sounds like they're written by a committee that never met you, don't know who you are or what you stand for. And the reason I say one is not because more isn't better, because 1 post a week is sustainable. Consistency is important. You can maintain that without it becoming just another thing that makes you feel guilty on a Sunday evening. You can actually put some thought into it. You can make it specific. You can make it sound like you. The founders I work with, we do 1 recorded conversation a month. That's it. We capture how they actually talk, their real opinions, their specific stories. We turn that into a consistent flow of content that sounds unmistakably like them because it is them. It's not just about volume, it's about consistency and about sounding like an actual human being who's been through something. AI content is super polished. It's almost perfect. It's got a hook. It's got 3 or 4 balance points and probably a generic question at the end that no one really asked anyone. It reads like it was written by a committee that never met the person whose name is actually on it. And people can tell. They might not be able to explain why they scrolled past it, but they can just tell. So here's what it actually comes down to. LinkedIn hasn't made business owners incompetent. It's made them self-conscious. It's convinced you that being credible online requires a skill set you don't have. But the thing you actually need isn't a content strategy, it's permission. Permission to sound like yourself. Permission to share what you actually think. Permission to be the same person online that you are in a room full of people who respect you. And if you want to actually figure this out properly, I've put together 30 days of daily emails to walk you through exactly how to make your credibility visible online. No AI, no scripts, no nonsense, just 1 simple email a day for 30 days, each one taking about 1 minute to read. The link is in the description. If this video was useful, hit like. It helps more founders find this stuff and it helps me keep getting great guests on the show. And if you want more of this too, subscribe. Every week, I break down one thing that's keeping founders invisible online and how exactly to fix it. See you in the next video. Have a great day.